But no, look at the design and the shape. This is like a Native American dance, some kind of a Native American dance. The number of people who say, and I'm just paraphrasing, ever since you got Carl, all of the babies, they've changed. Sleeping. No one has changed. It's that I have changed my narrative a little bit on what I find to video. And right now, Carl fascinates me. Some of y'all only like my little realistic fiction stories, though. Here comes Trudy. I'll give you one now. Pig Trudy's very upset. She's come out this morning and Brady has already eaten all the corn. Brady doesn't care, though. His belly's full. That's all he cares about. So instead, Pig Trudy has to walk around and nibble the scraps out of the dirt. What a sad day for Pig Trudy. Okay, and end. Guys, that's the kind of stuff that you're used to. You're used to me telling a story, putting sounds in the animals' heads, if you will, and you guys imagining that these animals are actually saying that. And so, as of recently, I haven't been doing that as much because I've been spending a lot of time learning about Carl. And instead, you're all saying, the babies have lost their personalities. Guys, I'm not being mean, but I am the voice. I am the voice of the babies. I create the... Sheesh. These are good, Daddy. This is what I think we need to start doing with him, guys. Giving him a chance to be himself in his more of a native environment. Do it, guys. There we go. Come on. Come on, Carl. Oh, I think Rick will be so happy with this. Hey folks, Lester here. Jamie and I are just back from the lake, and these are all the little fish that we caught using our casting net for bait. There's some minnows, there's some little shad, and there's a small perch. And since we didn't use these all at the lake, today I'm gonna come up and offer them to Carl and see if he wants to go fishing. Now, I don't have a whole lot of water in here. I didn't want to fill it up to the top. I'm going to offer one to Carl first so he'll know what I'm offering. You want to fish? Ouch! That didn't really hurt, but it scares me. Carl, I came to offer you fish, buddy. I didn't really come to dance. So Carl wants to dance, but I think maybe that was a dance to let me know how happy he was with the fish. So I'm going to put these over the fence. I have a whole bucket of fish here, Carl. If you'll walk along with me, folks, I'm going to take it over here to where Carl can have a chance to fish them out of there. Then I'm going to back up and we're going to watch him fish. Carl, no, you're missing the point, Carl. It was the fish I brought you, fish. So there he goes. So we know that in nature, I mean, these are part of the bird kingdom, so they do fish. He would normally walk around in small, in shallow streams and pick fish out of the water. So today we're going to give him a chance to resort back to his ancestral beginnings. And no, instead he'll just pick corn off the ground. Carl, that defeats the entire point of me bringing home fish for you, buddy. Let me get me a ladder, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to get me a step stool or a step ladder. Carl, you're standing on your food bowl. Oh, Carl. Carl. I'm sure people are wanting me to say something really clever right now. And sometimes there's just no words. Sometimes there's just no words. So instead, we'll just all sit here and watch Carl do his cute little dance. Man, his feathers look good. Seriously, I can say that. That's pretty clever. Sway of the neck, the shake of the wings. So the wing that's down is the one that shakes. The one that's up is still. The one that's down shakes. That's awesome. If we could slow-mo this, Carl, that'd be really awesome. People would really enjoy seeing this in slow-mo.
So I'm going to do that now. Now it's in slow-mo.
All right, so now I've got the step ladder. I'm going to step up onto it. And you can watch how Carl will naturally begin to respect me more as I gain a little stature. So, Carl, don't put me in the belly, son. All right, Carl. There we go. So now you're seeing Carl from a different perspective. One, he's just not normally used to looking up. And this over here instantly gives you a little bit more stature in his book. The way he evaluates people or animals is, you know, by their stature. And so when he's having to look up at something, then he immediately loses a little bit of his anger, his hostility, his aggressiveness, and he becomes a little bit more docile. And I want you to remind you that he's not a threat to any of the babies. A lot of people talk about how they notice that the baby's demeanor has entirely changed since we've gotten Carl. But guys, I need you to understand something. The babies are still the babies. And the babies' personalities are those that I have given them. None of the babies have ever said a word to you. But don't forget that Lester in a way gives these babies a voice by bringing out their stories. And so if you're saying that the babies' personalities have changed, what you don't understand is that Lester is not spending as much time videoing and creating voices for the babies. The babies are still the babies. They do the exact same thing every day as what they've always done. The difference is Lester is not spending as much time focusing or creating stories for the babies, if you will. So, yeah, I've read that comment way too many times, and it's kind of embarrassing that you would sit there and say that. I'm not trying to make excuses, but for the number of people who say, and I'm just paraphrasing, ever since you got Carl, all of the babies, they've changed. Their demeanor's different. The personalities are different. Guys, the babies are still the babies. They have not changed a bit. Not one bit. Brady is still our big doofus goat. And Shirley Bird is still our ditzy blonde. And all of the babies here, the little babies here, the sissies. Cornholio is still Cornholio. Donkey Dan is still Donkey Dan. Pebbles is still Pebbles. For Christ's sake, have y'all not watched any other videos? Old Nanny Goat is still the old Nanny Goat. The only difference is I don't spend as much time making individualized videos, creating a storyline. And that's the whole thing. It's the storyline that makes the personality, that makes the character. Guys, and you've forgotten that. I want you to notice what's going on right underneath Carl. Chip has come underneath Carl. He's nibbling on his wings, his feathers, his plumage from underneath. And he's no threat whatsoever. Instead, Carl is like, hey, are you going to feed me any of those fish? He's not really in the mood to fish for them himself, but he probably would like me to take a few and hand feed him. And so I'm going to do that now. But I wanted to clear up that little thing about, for the folks who are saying the babies have changed their personalities. Look, Annie is still Annie. Her ears are still going back. She still looks around with that same cautious eye. Oh, people. Look, there's Mr. Huck. Mr. Huck is still Mr. Huck. Ringo is still Ringo. All of the pigs who are laid up in their sleeping are all the same pigs who lay up in their sleeping. No one has changed. It's that I have changed my narrative a little bit on what I find to video. And right now, Carl fascinates me. Here we go, Carl. Carl is fishing, everybody. Look at our big boy. Oh, man. Oh, he's a wild bird, y'all. He's a wild bird. He got the perch. He swallowed that perch. And he got my phone wet. Ouch, Carl. Hold on, everybody. My phone is wet. Now you can't see. Whoa. Carl got the big perch. Nice, Carl. This is what I think we need to start doing with him, guys. Giving him a chance to be himself in his more of a native environment. As I say that, all the little goats are like, native environment? Yeah, oh man. This is what they call living in a sanctuary, a forever home where you can be as close, and that's it. Wow-wee, buddy. So proud of you. So he did drop a couple. I'll pick these over here up, and then I'll put them, give them one more chance to get them down. Man, that is a lot of protein my boy's having today. Oh, I think Rick will be so happy with this. I think anyone that follows Carl's journey. My boy. All right, Carl, let's have one good dance move and we'll close this video out. Okay, what song is it gonna be today, Carl? Let me get my camera set up. We'll get a little song going. All right, today we're gonna go with a little Herbie Hancock. Come on, Carl. Go, Carl. Come on. All right. I just said we're in Carl's natural environment, and there was probably nothing natural about that. Can y'all just act like you never saw that?